From TV9 and 34, it's the coverage you can count on. Newsline 9 at 10.
Results are coming in from the primary elections across the state. Good evening, I'm Ellen Rock.
And I'm Eric Morotek. Thanks for joining us. Well, it's the election to narrow the field in several local and statewide races before November's general election.
That's right. Results have started to come in over the last hour or so, and we'll have a rundown of them. Not a lot of finals yet to give you, but we will give you what we've got so far. Some state finals we'll get to in just a moment. First of all, in Marathon County, we've got the DA. Looks like Jill Falstad is ahead as of right now.
Going over to also into Marathon County, 3 Democrats challenging the incumbent for the sheriff's job. Right now, incumbent Randy Hainish with a slim lead, 32% to 30% from Harlan Woodward. And as you can see, the rest of the numbers here as they shaked out. The winner here will face a Republican challenger in the fall.
A real close one there. And in Wood County, a Republican is waiting to see who the winner is for the Democratic sheriff's primary. So far, it looks like Thomas Reichert is ahead at 64% of the vote, 56 reporting there.
Now on to Adams County, where the field must be narrowed on the Democratic ticket. We have Darrell Renner with 15% of the district's reporting, having a 3-to-1 lead on his opponent, the incumbent Roberta Sindelar.
And in Forest County, the incumbent sheriff is also facing a challenger, and it looks like Gary Silka, 76% with 15% reporting at this time.
Over in Forest County, here's the Forest County Democrat numbers as well. 33% reporting here. Keith Van Cleve with the lead right now. We'll go on to Oneida County, where 2 Republicans are fighting it out. William Treater is leading right now with 76% of the district's reporting. It's 83% of the vote there.
And what do we got going? Bryce County on the Democratic ticket. The incumbent sheriff faces a challenger today, Wallace Krennick, 81% so far, only 19% reporting as of now. And it looks like the Republican side of that, Brian Vergine is ahead 64% right now, 19% reporting.
We also have 2 school referendums in the area school districts. We'll begin in Antigo, where voters there must decide 2 questions. The first asks for the voters to approve exceeding spending limits by $2.5 million over the next 4 years, with 36% of the vote in. No is leading right now, 59 to 41%. As for the second question, should the district borrow $21.5 million for a new elementary school? Again, 36% of that vote is in. 66 no, 34% yes.
And our final school vote in Neillsville, where voters are being asked to exceed state spending limits by $750,000 for the next 3 years. So far, with 29% of the precincts reporting, 53% are saying no at this time. And here's a quick look at some of the major state races going on right now.
We'll start with the Attorney General for the Democrats. Here's what it's looking like. We've got Kathleen Falk with a slim lead over Peg Lautenschlager, the incumbent. 34% of the vote is in. Falk ahead, about 53 to 47.
And let's see, in District 8 for the U.S. Senate, the Democrats, well, we're doing the Republicans for Attorney General
yes,
first. J.P. Van
Hollen,
he has been secured that.
They have declared him the winner here at this point with 33% of the vote in.
Now we're on to the District 8 for the U.S. Senate, and let's see here, the Democrats. Looks like Stephen Kagan is heading this up 44% right now, 38% of precincts reporting.
And on the Republican side, we've got John Gard. He has also secured his lead, or has secured the win, I should say. Votes are in 76% to 24%. The 2, of course,
vying for Mark Green's seat.
Right, Mark Green's seat. Of course, he's running for governor. These 2 candidates will face off against each other. And here's who Dave Obey will be facing off against, either Nick Reed or Jeff Tyberd. Right now, Nick Reed with a 55 to 45% lead. And that's, of course, just a small amount of those votes in, 11% in the state.
And of course, voter turnout is always a hot topic around election time, and this primary election is no different. Wausau's City Clerk Kelly Michael Sager says voter turnout is right on track. She expects 25% of people to hit the polls this election, and with certain races in the spotlight, She's sure more people will come out this time.
Oh, yeah.
For local interest, obviously, it's the district attorney's race and the sheriff's race, and that seems to have the most local interest. But I know there are people that are also interested in the the attorney general race. So I would say everyone probably has their own particular reason for their interest.
State election officials predict a turnout of 20 to 25% of voters statewide. This leads us to our Newsline on poll question tonight. If you didn't vote in today's primary election, what was the reason? 12% of you say you couldn't get off work. 13%, well, you're just too busy doing something. 56% don't care about the primaries, and 19% don't like the candidates. And we will have, at the bottom of your screen there, you can see updated results throughout the show. So
as those numbers come through, they are coming in a little slowly from all the counties throughout the area, but we'll have them updated as the night goes on.
Maybe rain could have been a reason not to get out and vote
Weather
today.
does play a factor. They've said that in past years. When the weather is bad, people don't necessarily step out, but it sounds like the weather will be getting better, and here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Schumacher with more.
That's right. You know, right around here today, we really didn't have too much rain, just a little drizzle, some light showers more to the south, but southern Wisconsin got pounded with a couple inches of rain today. Let's check our SkyCam time-lapse from this afternoon. It was just a whole shield of gray clouds rolling across the sky. Now, tomorrow, this cloud shield should start to break up, especially by midday or into the afternoon. And as far as the radar goes, you can see how the rain was spinning away mostly over the southern through east central part of the state today. And still a couple of showers there running between West Bend and Watertown this evening. Elsewhere, things have pretty much quieted down. Now, temperatures today, much cooler than normal, only a high of 57. That's 13 degrees below average. About 1/100 of an inch of rainfall at the Wausau Airport since midnight. Our temperatures falling from the mid-50s here, maybe back to 49 degrees. A little fog is possible as well. Well, in a few moments, we're going to turn the table into this weather pattern. I'll explain that in a few minutes. Now we'll go back to Ellen.
It's a crime that's difficult to make sense of. Imagine going outside to feed your animal, and it's been shot dead. That's what happened to Jean Rolfe. But what makes this even worse is it happened in broad daylight. Her husband, Al, had left for church Sunday morning, and both their horses were fine. When Jean went to this field, Shiloh had been shot dead, and this horse, Champ, had suffered a gunshot wound to the leg.
It's so senseless, you know. You could understand a natural death, but to just be shot, you know, some idiot just shoot a horse.
And the Lincoln County Sheriff is looking for your help to solve the crime. They're searching for a white Chevy S10 pickup that was seen in the area. It has orange flames in the back window. If you've seen the truck, you're being urged to call the Sheriff's Department at 536-6272.
The Portage County man accused of slitting another man's throat will stand trial. A judge determined there is enough evidence against 20-year-old Jeffrey Kozeski to hold him over for a murder trial. According to the criminal complaint, he admits to stabbing 18-year-old Wesley Young with a knife and hiding his body in a ditch across from the Portage County landfill. But he claims he was acting in self-defense.
At this point, the defendant will be receiving all the investigatory materials that the state has against him, at which point they'll be making their own assessment as to where they want to take this case.
Kozeski pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Turning to charges of another kind, Democrats and Republicans are both trading them one day after a memorial ceremony marking 9/11. The issue is President Bush's nationally televised address last night. The White House had promised it would not be a political speech. The Democrats say it was, even suggesting they should have asked for equal time.
The president continued to deliberately lump and blur Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, Iraq, and 9/11 together.
The president did not want to try to turn this into a Democrats versus Republican thing, but you cannot talk about the war on terror without talking about Iraq. This was not an attempt to stir the hornet's nest.
Monday marked Bush's 5th speech on terrorism in the past 2 weeks, a strategy he hopes will bolster poll numbers with the midterm congressional elections 2 months away.
Terrorists tried to storm the American embassy in Syria using car bombs today. 4 attackers emerged from a car parked outside the U.S. embassy gates in Damascus and opened fire. The car exploded. All that remained was the burned-out shell of the vehicle. It was followed by a fierce firefight with all 4 attackers killed by Syrian guards.
It's too early to tell who might have been responsible for the attack. Obviously, we will do the forensics on it and begin to try to get a sense of what happened there.
But it was a van at the embassy's back entrance that held a bigger threat, 6 propane tanks rigged with pipe bombs. They never went off, and the driver is believed to be under arrest. Now, all this comes despite strained relations between the U.S. and Syria.
2 astronauts from the shuttle Atlantis took a little walk over to the International Space Station. It was the first spacewalk since the docking with the station. The astronauts installed power and data cables to a new section of the half-finished station. The new setup will eventually double the station's power capabilities. 2 more spacewalks are planned during the 11-day flight.
Well, first it was music. Now Apple's iPod is announcing a new technology for movie downloads, and this one's actually got Hollywood excited about it.
Plus, it was a full house, maybe not a movie, but a TV show for sure in the Northwoods for a visit with one of the main characters from the sitcom. It's when the coverage you can count on continues.
You're watching WAOW TV 9, Wausau, serving north central Wisconsin in high definition since 2002.
There are trillions of allergens circulating throughout the average American home. But now, Train introduces the first central air system that removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools. Train Clean Effects. Isn't it time you expected more from your system?
Receive up to a $1,000 rebate with the purchase of a qualifying Train XLI system. Contact Medford Comfort Team serving Medford and surrounding area, or Herter Heating and Cooling serving Stevens Point and surrounding area.
People often ask, what exactly does Goodwill do? Simple. One day you look in your closet and say, oh my gosh, a purple paisley shirt. So you donate it to Goodwill, where someone says, oh my gosh, a purple paisley shirt. And then, this is my favorite part, we use the money to fund programs that help people become more independent.
Right now, Goodwill needs clothes, shoes, glassware, books, and housewares. Goodwill.
It's the last of them. Sign here. So who died?
When you're thinking Arby's, you can't think about anything else. Like the bacon, beef, and cheddar. Juicy, freshly sliced roast beef, thick-cut pepper bacon, and melted cheddar on a toasted onion bun. It's so good, it'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Did you know that Home Furniture, Central Wisconsin's only Lazy Boy Gallery stores, offer complimentary in-home design service?
Oh, I think you're under trust for the first project. I know you've done about 3 projects for us now, and many for our customers, and you do a great job. And when people walk into our model homes, people just say, wow, and who did the decorating? And we tell them Home Furniture.
Have some fun and explore the possibilities with one of the professionally trained interior designers at Home Furniture, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Tonight's stock market report is being sponsored by Ted Fox of A.G. Edwards. Give him a call today for all your investment needs.
It was definitely a full house today at Nicolay College due to a special visitor. Newsline 9's Andrea Stankiewicz gets up close and personal with Dave Coulier. You know, Joey from Full House.
Why, certainly. I'm in moose country, so I should do a moose.
There you see him, your own Dave Coulier, or Joey Gladstone from Full House. And he's here to show us what he's all about.
I can see Joey Gladstone from Full House. Who isn't excited?
I am here at Nicolay College, and I'm going to be doing a performance here. And I hope it's funny, because I've been hired as a comedian.
His camera crew also tagged along to shoot his new film called Cut It Out. It's about the actors on Full House and their perspective on being on the show. But he's also including his fans, which is why his crew is interviewing these students.
I'm out here to talk to fans and find out what their perspective is.
We just really like what he does and how funny he is. Yeah.
And how funny he really was, even when I was interviewing students on camera.
I mean, I know John Stamos had great hair, and I know Bob Saget's very tall, and I know Mary-Kate and Ashley are adorable, but I don't get it. I just don't get it.
And it truly was a full house.
I'm really excited. I want to meet him really, badly. It's nerve-wracking at the same time. The nerves are just going like you get to meet a famous person.
I've never met really anybody that known.
He just seemed like a great guy on Full House, so I'm pretty excited for him to be here.
Hey, is this camera made of wood?
Andrea Stankiewicz, Newsline 9, Rhinelander.
Now, Dave is visiting 8 colleges in the area within the next 10 days. His tour is part of his stand-up comedy routine, and it's also part of shooting his new film, Cut It Out.
Well, it might not be Full House, but you can now download and watch a movie on your iPod. Apple helped jumpstart the online music market with its iPod and iTunes store. Now it will try to do the same for movies. As of this afternoon, you can buy 75 movies on iTunes, including Pirates of the Caribbean and Cars. Industry analysts say until this year, Hollywood has been frightened of the new technology.
And I think the promising signs from iTunes and other initial online video retailers, as well as the tremendous uptick in consumer interest in online video, has convinced them that they finally have to take the plunge.
Apple estimates it will take just a half an hour to download a full-length feature, but it's still not clear if consumers will want to watch a 2-hour movie on a 2.5-inch screen.
That is the downside.
Might kind of hurt your eyes, but, you know.
Little downside of the weather, gray skies. But there's an upside.
That's right, and Tony will tell us all about it next in your future track forecast on TV 9 and 34.
Saturn? That's a Saturn. It's a Saturn. Saturn? 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 Wow.
That's a Saturn?
Saturn? Saturn?
That's a Saturn?
That's not a Saturn.
That's a Saturn?
That's Saturn.
Has your home loan been sold on a secondary market? With the Time Federal Savings Bank home loan, that loan stays with your local Time Federal office. And later on, when your financing needs a change, you don't have to start over. At Time Federal Savings Bank, it's easy to obtain more money with our low-cost add-on feature. See why thousands of satisfied customers have made Time Federal one of the leading home lenders in central Wisconsin.
Your best way to go, Time Federal Savings Bank.
On the next Newsline 9 Pack Attack, Brian Groff welcomes rookie Will Blackmon. This Boston College quarterback was selected in the 4th round. Get a rookie's perspective on the Packers' chances this season. Join us live from Dale's Weston Lanes next Monday. Newsline 9's Pack Attack is sponsored by Cellcom, American Family Insurance, East Bay, Dale's Weston Lanes, Triggs, Miller Lite, and by Pep's Pizza.
We're here to show you how Reynolds slow cooker liners eliminate messy cleanup. I cooked my chili with a liner, and that's it. Betty didn't use one. We've got a little bit on that. Reynolds slow cooker liners. Fast cleanup for slow cookers. Oops, sorry.
Now, your Doppler 9000 forecast with meteorologist Tony Schumacher and the Doppler 9000 Storm Trackers.
And welcome back, everybody. Looking at a pretty quiet evening out there despite the cloudy skies. Fairly good visibility here looking on the northwest side of Wausau with Corporate Cove Skycam 9. And now we'll take you up to Eagle River, and Skycam 9 there is also showing a pretty quiet night. Well, here we go with our live Doppler 9000 radar. Pretty much dry scene, a little bit of green showing up here in Clark County. Might be a little patch of mist, but don't think it's much there. And some heavier showers just off the southern end of this map, which will not affect us tonight. Well, moving on here, we'll take a look at a fine Vera photo. This is from Karen Hansen, and she took this in the Minocqua area on Squirrel Lake. A nice-looking sunset there. Well, we're looking for some sun to make a comeback here the next 3 or 4 days. It'll be brightest by Thursday, probably kind of a partly sunny sky tomorrow. And then warmer temperatures building into kind of summer-like there for the round-out end of the week. Chance of rain returns Sunday right through about Tuesday of next week. The ragweed pollen today is 5, which is in the low category. Throughout the area, well, the heaviest rain today was in southern sections, almost a half-inch in the town of Lanark on the Waupaca-Portage County border, half-inch in Necedah from Marianne, and trace amounts around the town of Bryant with a high of 54. Rick and Prentice had the warmest temperature today, 60 degrees. In fact, it hit the mid-60s in northwest Wisconsin where some sunshine occurred. 56 are current reading, the humidity 84%, north winds at 7, and the air pressure is holding steady. The temperatures are just about the same as they were at 6 o'clock. We really haven't dropped off much with that low cloud shield, mostly mid-50s. Milwaukee still hanging in there at 63. A little cooler in Superior where clear skies are occurring, 45. In fact, there's a frost advisory out for northern Minnesota tonight. They're expecting temps down in the mid-30s. We were dealing with this storm system yet today. The center of it over eastern Illinois produced some very heavy rain in parts of southeast Wisconsin late this afternoon, a few inches locally there. Meanwhile, it's starting to break apart, and the low clouds are still into the state, but you can see a clearing line just trying to edge a little bit further east. Might still wake up to mostly cloudy skies, but I think eventually the dry air is going to punch in and brighten things up. Here's future track tonight. The low pressure is on the way out, and tomorrow should be a dry day with a little more sunshine later on. This high pressure gives us a chilly night tomorrow night, but as it passes by on Thursday, look for some south winds and temperatures that are going to get pretty nice for this time of year, well into the 70s. Tomorrow's high temperature is probably right around the 70-degree mark. Mostly cloudy in the forecast tonight. Might be some patchy fog developing. Low 49 degrees, north winds between 3 and 7. And tomorrow, turning partly sunny with a high of 71. Look for winds out of the north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some great conditions shape up for the end of the week. Lots of sunshine Thursday and Friday. High temperatures in the mid-70s Thursday, about 79 degrees Friday. Lows in the 40s Thursday, 50s going into the weekend. Pretty good chance of some showers and storms Saturday night and Sunday. In fact, it could be a fairly wet Packer game. We'll keep you posted. Cooling off a little for early next week. Again, back to the 60s with some lingering showers. Stay tuned. Much more right after this.
At Papa Murphy's Pizza, thin is in. Thin as in our delight pizzas, made with cracker-thin crust, real mozzarella, and the freshest ingredients. Thin as in a thin waistline because you get great taste with fewer calories. And finally, thin as in a skinny little price tag. Now get a pepperoni delight for just $4.99. Because thin is in. Handmade in our kitchen, home-baked in your oven. That's Papa Murphy's.
Problem. Your company has all this data here, and all the people who need the data are here, here, and here. The e-solution, the Angel Anthony Group. Going beyond just a pretty website to build technologies with a purpose. Moving more information to more people efficiently. Learn more about our e-solutions at angelanthony.com or call us at 845-2958. The Angel Anthony Group. E-solutions for your business.
At Bank of Wausau, we're the new tradition in banking. We're innovators and service leaders with the desire to say yes and the desire to invest in you. But old traditions guide us. Trust, integrity, growth. That's Bank of Wausau, the new tradition in banking. Get free Checking Plus today, the one checking account that pays you interest. Only at the Bank of Wausau, member FDIC.
Good things go fast. Real fast. The Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance, going on now until September 30th. This is your only chance to get a free Polaris winch. Plus, payments as low as $49 a month. Plus, rebates of up to $500 on the legendary Polaris Sportsman and Ranger utility vehicles. Find your dealer now at PolarisIndustries.com. This event won't last, but your new Polaris will. Polaris, the world's toughest ATVs.
If you get locked out, we'll open your doors.
Dead battery? No problem.
Flat tire, we'll come change it.
And if you run out of gas, we'll bring you some.
It's designed to last, and we will stand behind it.
For 5 years or 60,000 miles?
And it's all at no cost?
Introducing the best powertrain warranty and roadside assistance package of any full-line manufacturer. A fully transferable 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty with no deductibles.
It's the best.
And it's only from Ford.
Well, scientists have come to some new conclusions about the safety of some controversial and widely used medications.
ABC's Dr. Timothy Johnson has the details in the Medical Minute.
More than 30 million people worldwide take non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, daily to treat inflammation and or pain. Now, 2 groups of researchers have taken a closer look at the safety and side effects of these painkillers in 2 different studies. They paid particular attention to one selective group of painkillers called COX-2 inhibitors. 2 of these COX-2 inhibitors have already been taken off the market, namely Vioxx and Bextra. Researchers confirmed that Vioxx caused kidney problems, high blood pressure, and irregular heartbeat in some patients. But small doses of another COX-2 inhibitor, Celebrex, which is still on the market, did not cause these problems, meaning that not all drugs of this kind are bad news. Doctors suggest that Celebrex is safe for some patients in low doses, even though other COX-2 inhibitors do carry real risks. Many other NSAIDs are reasonably safe, but researchers found that one NSAID sold as a lead, while overall quite safe, does not protect heart vessels against disease, as some research had suggested. Study authors hope these findings help doctors and patients control their pain safely. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
And Brian's in next with sports.
Growing up in Wisconsin, you learn about hard work and family. Our kids are second to none. But we're losing our young people. They're moving to Minnesota and Illinois, not because they want to, but because they have to. Why? High taxes are driving away good-paying jobs. Under Jim Doyle, we've fallen even further behind. We need a change in Madison. As governor, I'll lower taxes and make it my mission to bring good jobs back so our kids can stay in Wisconsin, where they belong.
Mark Brink for governor. Look for great savings during Mills Fleet Farm's anniversary sale. Get any of these power tools for just $29.99. Choose a 3/8-inch drill, a finishing sander, variable speed jigsaw, or an angle grinder. Durex Universal Formula Antifreeze can be mixed with any color antifreeze, and it offers extended life protection. It's just $5.77 a gallon. And register to win great prizes, Pool and Pro lawn tractors, and $100 Mills Fleet Farm gift cards. We've got a store full of savings. It's the anniversary sale at Mills Fleet Farm.
This week, the stars are coming out for Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, Jimmy welcomes Orlando Bloom.
Here's a little something for the ladies tonight.
And tomorrow, get ready for Jimmy Kimmel in primetime with special guest Ben Stiller. Tomorrow at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
No one can resist Subway restaurant's new spicy pico chicken and cheese sandwich, mouth-watering chicken breast strips, Mexican seasonings, Monterey cheddar cheese, and refreshing pico de gallo. All with 9 grams of fat. Try it today, hot and fresh, right from the oven.
I got it!
Saturday, September 16th, the Wisconsin Badgers clash with the San Diego State Aztecs. Will it be a final tune-up for the Badgers before Big Ten play? Or are the Aztecs thinking early season upset? Don't miss a minute of the action right here on TV 9.
Now, all your local sports coverage with Brian Groff.
Could this be desperate times for the Packers? Well, it could be a desperate measure. Green Bay signs Corin Robinson, who was cut by Minnesota, and rolls into Green Bay with a long rap sheet. It includes 2 DWIs, evading police on a high-speed chase, and getting suspended by the NFL for violating the substance abuse policy. But he's also one of the league's best kick returners and a talented receiver. Robinson played for the Seahawks while general manager Ted Thompson was their vice president of football operations. Putting Robinson in a Packers uniform is viewed as a new beginning.
I know I've made some mistakes in my past, and like I said, Ted, we've talked about it, talked to some other people in the organization, and putting things in place to handle some issues and just concentrate on football, focus on football. And so I wouldn't say I'm a bad person at all. I know I'm not, and I'm far from that.
Hold off putting him on the field, though. Robinson could still be suspended by the NFL this year. Now, to make room on the roster, the Packers released fullback Vontae Leach. Badgers offensive tackle Joe Thomas was hurt on this play in the Capital One Bowl on January 2nd. He could have been a first-round draft choice, but a torn ACL made Thomas return to Wisconsin for his senior year. With 2 games in the books, he feels back to normal.
Fell on it awkwardly.
I came into this game with a lot more confidence than I did going into the Bowling Green game. I think I felt really good coming to this game, and I thought I played a pretty complete game. I really had a lot less hesitation in this game than I did in the first game, and I really feel like I'm back to my old self now.
Last year, Wausau West and Marshfield shared the Wisconsin Valley Conference soccer title. Now, this is a rematch worthy of television coverage. We pick it up in the 51st minute. West down 2-1. Evan Marquardt looks like he's flicking up for the pass. Instead, it rolls into the goal. West ties it at 2. Later in the second half, off the corner kick, Caleb Sizer gets the ball, fights it into the net. The Warriors go on top 3-2. 74th minute now, and Marshfield's Ethan Finley breaks free and he fires at the net. Looks like he gets a little help from the West defense. Finley scores, and we're tied at 3. Last seconds of regulation. Finley with a chance to win it off the free kick. Garrett Kraft makes a great save. The game goes into double overtime and ends in a draw. They tied last year in the standings. They tie again tonight, 3-3, 2 overtime.
I was hoping we had that home support, and we did today. And it was a very, very tough fought game. They're a very, very good team. And I think we'll be meeting them again soon, and I hope to meet them again soon.
Elsewhere, Wausau East visits D.C. Everson. They're playing under the lights. Late in this one, East is up 1-0, looking to add another. Jordan Barr's shot stopped by Paul Luce. Still 1-0 East. The goals are closed from here on out, and the Lumberjacks win this one by a final count of 1-0. Volleyball now, so we head indoors. Anago at Wausau West. This is game number 1. Anago's Brittany Philo finds a spot between 4 white jerseys. The Red Robins open on a 3-0 run, but it's a long way from over. Emily Edgerton stops the run, guides it through a wall of black and red. The Warriors come back to tie it up, but Anago pulls away. Allie Flannery fires away, and that results in an illegal hit on the other side. Game 1, 25-19 Anago. Anago takes it and wins all 3 on the way to a 3-0 start to the Valley season. Defending Valley champion Marshfield visits Merrill, and the Blue Jays are in control in Game 2. Marley Arneson is too tough to handle. Merrill leads 19-15. But the Tigers roar back. Danielle Carlson slams it home. That makes it a 24-24 game. Then Stephanie Meckley follows suit. That gives Marshfield 25-24 advantage. Marshfield goes on to sweep 3-0 into the final. Brewers and Pirates are rained out in Pittsburgh. They'll make it up as part of a doubleheader tomorrow. That's all for sports.
Menards is the place where you'll always save big money. Add safety with a Cooper halogen outdoor security light. It has a wide detection area and comes in 2 finishes. Only $16.99. A sodium wall light that comes on at dusk and off at dawn is only $59.99. All Ideal in-stock garage doors are on sale. They feature the Easy Set torsion spring system. This 8x7 door is $229. The 16x7 is only $429.
Save big money at Menards.
The state elections board says Republican Mark Green must get rid of more than $400,000 of money he raised while in Congress.
Accepting the money is in violation of state law.
Congressman Mark Green just found breaking the law, illegally accepting donations from the special interests he votes for in Congress. It's the same Mark Green whose staff illegally campaigned on state time, and now over $400,000 in illegal contributions. Congressman Green, maybe that's how Washington works, but not Wisconsin.
How about we amp up this doubler? Won't work. I know. A random mechanical cascade with the trajectories are enhanced.
Trajectory, schmajectory.
We could make it bigger.
Bigger isn't always better.
Super Cash from the Wisconsin Lottery is actually bigger and better.
What if we could make it triple?
For a limited time, when the Super Cash doubler is drawn, it will become a tripler instead, tripling select prizes. Purchase 7 consecutive draws and you can become eligible for a $50,000 drawing.
How about a quintupler?
Easy, man.
Tires offers tread life warranties up to 80,000 miles. That's a lot of trips for munchies. Come to Palms Tire and Auto Service to get a good deal on a great Kelly tire. And you won't have to buy tires for a long time.
You're watching WAOW TV 9, Wausau. Serving north central Wisconsin in high definition since 2002.
A little cloudy in the morning, but some sun may develop in the afternoon with a high near 70. Not too bad of a day.
Enjoy it again.
That's it for us tonight.
Have a good one.